This is Bill Sang, the author of the Giganotus Rex series. You can find links to purchase the Giganotus Rex books at williamhsang.com, and Sang is Seng. Or you can go to amazon.com. You can find books there. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Enjoy the show. The Wrath of Giganotus Rex by Bill Sang. Chapter 5. In Search of Books. Most of the time, people in my business write a story before obtaining all of the details. As time goes on, they insert details here and opinions there to gain credibility and shape a story that is consistent with the vision of the rulers. If the details change the story, we make sure to spin them in such a way that our narrative remains true. It is more important that you are the first to report a story than to get all of the facts straight. That way, not only do you get all of the glory for being the first to report, you also dictate the direction the story takes from the first report. This story was different. I had a genuine interest in what this creature was. George's insistence that it was not a dinosaur assured me all the more that it was. George is smart, but he is narrow-minded. He believes that dinosaurs died off millions of years ago. According to his reasoning, no dinosaur could possibly have survived up until today. I knew I saw a dinosaur. I felt compelled to prove this was a dinosaur and to have it properly identified. Identifying it would be the easy part. The hard part would be explaining how it was not extinct. I journeyed to the library to see if I could find a book that could help me identify this beast. I walked through the double doors of the library and into the main lobby. I searched a computer to find out where books about dinosaurs could be located and immediately made my way toward them. As I drew near, I noticed two individuals wearing black. One was dark-skinned and the other was pale. They were pulling books from the shelves. Unfortunately, this was not so uncommon. Whenever the rulers wanted to conceal information about something, they located all existing hard copies of that information and had it removed. What did they do with the information after it was removed? Nobody knows. I have never seen them restore the information for public use. Acting clueless, I interrupted them. Excuse me, gentlemen, would it be okay if I borrowed some of those books? I have a serious assignment that I need to complete, and those books would be a great help. The one that was pale turned to me, with his big sunglasses still on his face, and responded, "No, sir. These books are outdated." I naively replied, "That's okay. I don't need them to be up to date. I just need to see some pictures of dinosaur skeletons and such." The dark-skinned one turned his sunglassed face toward me and spoke. "No, sir. We are under strict government orders to remove these books on the grounds that they are terribly out of date and must not be read. In your case, it is especially important that you do not use these books for completing any assignment that might entail official business. Doing so could result in misinformation." I was shocked to hear that the government was all of a sudden concerned about misinformation. Now, since when did never mind. Go ahead, take them away, I guess. I will have to find my information elsewhere. When will updated books be provided? The pale one replied, "Not sure, sir. I don't know that there is any intention to replace this material." I responded with patience in my voice. "Fair enough. You gentlemen, have a great day." They departed without wishing me well. They were the type of people you would like to invite to your funeral. Not only would you not mind their presence, but they wouldn't shed a tear. Something strange was going on, but I had a backup plan. We tend to think that all of the best information is contained in books intended for adults. In reality, children's books present far better detail on subjects like this. It's not like there are truly any experts on dinosaurs, right? One person's opinion is as good as the next. I was only needing information to identify the beast, so I made my way to the kitty section. Lo and behold, my two ghoulish friends neglected to remove any out-of-date books on dinosaurs from this area of the library. I picked a book called Amazing Dinosaurs for all to see and started flipping through the pages. I don't know why I didn't start with this section. The book was well constructed. The layout was very organized. The artistic renditions of the dinosaurs were absolutely gorgeous. Most importantly for me, Each picture included a photograph of its corresponding skeleton and the name of each dinosaur. I quickly read over the sauropod section as this was a bipedal reptile. The bipedal dinosaurs are known as theropods. It had been a long time since I studied this subject, but the theropods were fascinating. Studying the names of these creatures was somewhat laughable, though. It's like scientists ran out of names to call these monsters after Tyrannosaurus Rex. Later discoveries included Spinosaurus, Giganotosaurus, and perhaps the silliest, Godzillasaurus. These people had to have just been spouting off gibberish, and the word that happened to come to their mouths was recorded. What I saw resembled a theropod more than a sauropod, but I could not locate a perfect match. Then it occurred to me, maybe the giant carnivorous theropods were not totally distinct from one another. Maybe dinosaurs like Albertosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, and Giganotosaurus were more closely related than what this book was implying. The beast I saw, although much bigger, resembled something more like a mix between Tyrannosaurus Rex and Giganotosaurus. Pardon me, but in moments like this, I speak to myself out loud. So that's what you are. You aren't just some giant lizard. You're a dinosaur, and I have the privilege of naming you. You are Giganotus Rex.